I got something a little different for you today. I decided to go on a little overnight bikepacking trip. So I'm here on the Simon Kenton Trail in West Liberty, Ohio. It actually starts in Bell Fountain, my hometown. And it goes all the way, oh geez, through Springfield, Xenia. I think it goes all the way to the Ohio River. Now that I think about it, I can't remember how far it goes. But I know a real popular stretch is from Urbana to Yellow Springs into Xenia. And I haven't ever been down that far, and I'm not going that far today. I'm making a quick 2 or 3 mile jaunt just past West Liberty, south side of West Liberty, where it crosses the Mad River. And you might recognize that name because I've been on the Mad River kayaking many times. Actually through paddled the entire Mad River, and I'm normally on that river with the Colonel. But today this is just a quick solo overnight bike packing trip. And as you probably noticed earlier, I don't have bike packs. I just have my light AF Curve 35 with me, packed as if I was going on a backpacking trip. So let's get to camp. I'm going to right where the trail crosses the Mad River and try to find a good stealth site right along the river. Normally this trail sees a lot of traffic. People jogging, walking, and especially bicycling. It is almost entirely flat, no elevation whatsoever. It actually follows an old railroad line, so you can imagine how flat it is. But if you're into easy biking and just want to put down some miles with no elevation change, this is a great trail for you. I wasn't able to get out over the weekend like I had hoped, so I got my work done by dinner time tonight, and I said, heck with it, I'm gonna go out and sleep in my hammock tonight. It's a Monday, have the whole trail to myself. Hopefully I can find a nice, peaceful, quiet, relaxing stealth site right on the Mad River. This isn't looking very promising. I'm right below the bridge that I was just on. You can see the concrete wall there. And all around me, it is a thick, twisted mess of honeysuckle. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe we'll get lucky up ahead over in there. Well, looky here. It opened up very nice, right into someone's field. If I had my duplex with me, I could probably make this work. But I need some hanging trees. The water's right over there about 30 feet. I don't know. We might have to go for plan B. And plan B means biking back to my truck and going back to Bell Fountain to my farm, where I have stealth camp in the pine trees. And I just noticed the mosquitoes are horrible, and I don't think I brought any mosquito spray. I cannot find anywhere to hang my hammock. I should have known better. I walked about 50 yards up the riverbank, and it's just scrubby honeysuckle and dead trees and just brush. I'm lucky I have this little path right here to get back up to my bike on the path. So, hopping back on my bike and heading back to my truck and going to where I know there's a good site for hanging my hammock. Oh man, I really wanted this to work. Just not enough time to scout out more area because it's 7:15, and I know I got a good hour and a half of daylight, but I don't want to be searching for a site when darkness is settling in. Well, back on my bike, heading back to my truck. I was really hoping that I could find a little bit of an open spot right near the river, but it was just impossible. So, fortunately, this wasn't like 2 or 3 miles like I thought. It's like a mile, mile and a half. So I'll be back in my truck here in a few minutes and take the 20-minute drive back to my farm. And I think we'll have plenty of time to find us a good site and get set up before dark. Things don't always go according to plan, especially when you're trying to find a stealth site in a place you have never been before. So, wasn't sure what to expect. I was hoping for better. But at least I have a good backup plan, and I still got a little bit of daylight to get there. Well, unfortunately, the bike packing trip is going to have to wait for another time. I definitely am going to do that at least once this summer. I'm just going to have to make sure I end up near a campground, an established campsite of some kind, because it's just almost impossible to find a good spot to hang a hammock or set up a tent along a bike path or the river where with all the undergrowth, it was a lot more grown up than I expected. So I am here at our farm. Give you a little look at one of our fields here. This is one of our biggest fields on the farm, actually. Got some freshly planted soybeans in here. There's probably 150 acres or so all throughout these fields. And I came in over there at the red barn. And here is a beautiful site right up in there. Wait till you see this. Here we go. I've been wanting to come to this spot for quite a while. Got pine trees all around. Comes with a picnic table and a great big massive fire pit. We'll get us a nice fire going there in a little bit, cook some supper. And I'm gonna hang my hammock right here between these two trees. It's the perfect distance. I just gotta move this picnic table back a little bit. All right, the Dream Hammock Raven is all set up. And tonight I just have a single Costco quilt underneath me because the low is 63, I think. And I can stay warm down to about 55 with the single Costco under quilt. Now, I was just gonna bring a Costco top quilt, but I decided to go ahead and bring my Enlightened Equipment 20. It's gonna be overkill, but I don't wanna have a chance at getting a chill tonight, so that'll keep me nice and toasty. And this is going to be the first night ever in the 3 years of hammock camping that I am not setting up my tarp. So I'm really looking forward to having a view of the pine trees and the sky tonight. It's going to be so peaceful. There's no chance of rain, so I'm not going to put it up. And I think I'm going to really enjoy it. All right, I'm going to start the fire here in a minute, but before we do that, let's walk down here down this little path. And there is about a 7 to 10 acre lake down there. Let's go check it out. Well, I'm just enjoying myself in my hammock, relaxing, and being glad that I'm not out working late on the farm. Now, my younger brother he's going to be pulling an all-nighter in the bean planter, drilling beans on our final 200 or 300 acres we have left, trying to beat the rain that's coming Wednesday night. So it's not that I didn't have a busy day, it's just my day ended at 6 o'clock because I'll be able to get the rest of my stuff done all day tomorrow and Wednesday. But the beans, we got to run around the clock to get these things in before the rain comes. This is our last chance to get things in a timely manner, and pretty sure we can be done here by Wednesday afternoon. So if you're curious about the pillow behind me, this is the Nemo Pillow, which made its debut on the Osable River in Michigan last September. I absolutely love this pillow. It's got like this soft suede material and a little layer of memory foam underneath. And it's also an air pillow, but I usually put very little air in it because I don't really like air pillows. But this one feels more like a real pillow because of the suede material and the memory foam. There's my view of the sky through my hammock. There's the ridgeline and the net. Thank goodness for the net because the mosquitoes are out a little bit tonight. Love my little ridgeline organizer. I use that for all kinds of things. Nothing in it today since I'm just doing a quick overnighter, but usually that's packed full with stuffed sacks and battery banks and phones and all kinds of good stuff. Oh, this is just awesome. Let's go out there and see if there's a sunset happening. I think there might be.
But I did hear an interview. Chad from UGQ was on the Backpacking podcast with, those guys, Jeremiah Stringer, John Kelly, and I guess the big Michigan hammock hanger.
Who wants to listen to those guys?
Two different hangs. That sounds like a cool deal. I bet Jason's been there before.
Nope.
No, my problem with the bike path was the gravel was too loose, too many big stones,
I'll bet you it's going to be a good one. I would like to experience the Clarion River. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Maybe one day I'll bucket list that one.
Well, it's pretty overcast out here. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a sunset over this way to the west as US Route 68, and it's overcast and cloudy, but still lovely out here. I figured I would see some deer. There's always a lot of deer and turkey around here. And actually, when I was laying on my hammock about 10 minutes ago, I got spooked by a couple turkeys flying up in the trees and landing, and I mean, it scared the crap out of me. It was loud. I was like, oh no, Bigfoot. Well, I'm gonna have me some tea, some kind of sleepy time tea, help me sleep good tonight. So probably just need to boil 8 ounces of water. Ain't gonna take much alcohol. Oh, 2 capfuls ought to do it. Pour a little bit around the side here so it lights a little easier. Starting to get a little dark. It's 9 o'clock. Looks like about 8 ounces. I got a little line scratched in. There's not measuring increments inside this snow peak. I think that's what it is. So I poured 8 ounces in here and scratched a mark on the inside. And then I did it with 2 cups as well. Inside the top of my koozie, I keep my rubber collapsible cup. I've never made tea out in the backcountry before. Hopefully it turns out. I'm just going to put it inside my cup and pour the hot water inside there and let it steep until it tastes about right. Here's something new that I picked up at Dollar General the other day. Oh, not the other day. A month ago, actually, when I did the Shawnee, I think is when I picked it up, and I just didn't eat them. Cheetos flavor shots. Flaming hot asteroids. Let's see what these things look like. Look at those things. Flaming hot. Balls of fire. Holy mackerel. Pretty hot. All right, I know it's getting a little bit dark, but here goes my first tea in the backcountry. Usually it's just coffee in the morning, but I'm kind of looking forward to enjoying a warm cup of tea before bed. It smells good. All right, it's getting pretty dark out now. It's about 20 after 9, and I'm gonna light a fire now. Just have a little fire for a little bit. This is the fire starter stuff I've used. I get at Walmart. Instafire. Debuted on Shark Tank a couple years ago, I think. It should light up pretty quick here. This stuff's really dry. I'm just going to slap it all on there and see if it goes. I'm not going to try anything fancy today. I'm sure it's going to go. Everything's bone dry. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a problem. All these dry pine sticks go right up in smoke like nothing. Like the easiest fire I ever lit. I'd say we got her. Just gonna enjoy a little fire for about a half hour, and then I'm gonna hit the sack. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Just been chilling here by the fire, relaxing, drinking my tea, eating some snacks, and chatting with my buddies on Marco Polo. Something new I've been doing here the last couple of weeks. I kind of enjoy that. It's a little better than texting. Anyway, I'm gonna crawl into my hammock and catch up on some YouTube videos. I am way behind, and I know there's a lot of good content's been put out lately. So I think I'm gonna watch some videos and then call it a night and hit the sack. We'll see you guys in the morning. Instant Pike's Place today. Well, good morning. As you can see behind me, I had to end up deploying my tarp last night. An unexpected sprinkle came through, and actually like 3 different times. The first 2 times I kind of just slept through it, and it wasn't enough to come through into my hammock. I could just hear it in the treetops. The third time the drops were a little bigger, and I had to get up and put the tarp out. So that was about 12:30 in the night, so that was a nice interruption to my beauty sleep. Anyway, slept pretty good, stayed plenty warm. Gonna get some coffee going here and pack up and get home and get back to work. Got a big day of work ahead of us today. We are planting pumpkins. I got 4 acres of pumpkins to get in the ground. We're a couple days behind schedule on getting the pumpkins out, but not too bad. So by mid-afternoon, we'll have the pumpkins in the ground, and that will feel good. Like a good cup of coffee in the woods in the morning. You just can't beat it. Listening to the birds. And I haven't heard any deer. I can't believe it. Normally, I see and hear a lot of deer in this woods. So they obviously were aware of my presence and avoided me. Well, I am out of here. That wraps up my quick overnight trip here in the woods. Back to work. Hope to see you again real soon on a kayak trip or an actual backpacking trip. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.